Alright, welcome back to part 2, guys. This is the radiator replacement, right? So after getting the new radiator, there's some things that you want to take off the old radiator to put on the new radiator, right? The first thing that you want to do is to make sure it's the right radiator, which I already checked out already, and the right size radiator. Sometimes aftermarket parts, some of them look different than the original part. Usually they fit the same way. Sometimes the radiator could be a little bit smaller than the original radiator. Alright, but I guess in this case they both the same length, height, hose, whatever, right? On the new radiator, some things didn't come, which is these right here. So you want to take these off to the old radiator and put it on the new radiator. There's also the rubber piece that's at the bottom of the radiator. Alright, and let me just put that down at the bottom of the radiator, like this, that you want to take off and put on a new radiator. Alright, so these are the things that I was telling you guys at the last minute when I was pulling out the radiator, and to put a little bit of tension on it, because these rubber pieces, they're inside the holder place for the radiator inside of the truck. Not inside of the truck, but inside of the engine bay. Alright, so what I end up doing is taking off these rubber pieces. Take off these rubber pieces, 1, 2, and 3. That's over there I showed you guys earlier, and put them on here. Alright, so it's time to put it back. You put it back the same way you take it out. Radiator on top, and this hose on the bottom. Alright, so let's see if I can do this with one hand. Might have to cut this video again and use both hands. Let's see. Hope it doesn't give me a problem going down. So it didn't look like giving me a lot of problem going back down. Let's check the other side to make sure that we are good. Alright, let me move this little fan thing out of the way. Alright, so you want to make sure that the bottom of the radiator, right? I don't know if you guys can see my hand. Like I said, sorry for the blur, right? Remember that hole that I told you guys that was down here? Right? I told you, like, alright, so looking like I can't get a good pickup picture for you guys down there. But there's a hole down there that I showed on the first video where the bottom of the radiator goes into. That's the place for it. Alright? So I end up moving this cooler line back out of the way, and we should be able to get it down in there without a issue. Hopefully this line doesn't give us a little problem like it did the first time. Alright, cool. Let me see where this line goes to anyways. Okay, so it runs back there, so I should be able to move it out of the way with one hand, put it back there. Alright, so move it out of the way just a little bit so I can see. Alright, so the radiator is down in there. It's down in that hole. That hole is covered up. Down in that hole. Let's go to the other side. I suppose this one is already in there also. Okay, so this is already in its place already. So it goes right there. It's already in its place. And there's a couple screws that I took out right here. Put it back right here. Put it back, that's one. And 2. Okay, so in this video, because I'm putting back everything fast, I am going to use this. I'm just gonna put it on here. Tying that up. Alright, so it's tight. Same goes for the other side. Alright, that's the other side. Alright, so make sure this is not moving, and it's not moving. Now, because the radiator comes with these clips right here, I wouldn't need to put back the old ones on there. All I would have to put back is that pin. Actually, no. The pin actually comes with it, so if you lose any pin, you can use the pin to put it back, right? Also, they all comes with pins. They all comes with pins. Right? They came with these pins. Right? So we're gonna use our. Right? So because I don't think I had showed you guys this part, right? So So I use this one up. All right, there you go. Like I said, be careful with these because they're easy to fly off. All right. Then back over there on the tray next to the other ones. I'm gonna end up doing just removing all of them instead of removing one by one. All right. Yeah, that's at the bottom, so it's gonna give me a little. Can't really see. Can't really see down there. So get it off as possible. All right, so I got it off. I think I might end up losing this one. All right, here you go. Same things for the other side. Oh yeah, I just lost that. I probably fell down there, but it's not needed. It's not needed. The only thing that is needed is these pins right here. I can use the old ones, but I just use these ones because sometimes it could be different. Sometimes the bolt could be different. Get in the groove right there, I could grab it. Try from this side. Alright, so I guess it was easier from that side. Alright, out. Same goes for the bottom. Out she goes. Alright. Okay. Now we're gonna go from over here. I'm gonna get this piece right here, this troublemaker right here, and get her up in there. Might have to use two hands for this. All right, there you go. Right in there. Boom. Clips right down in there. Before you put on the bottom one, all right. See, and this is how it goes, just like that. All right. Make sure it's all the way down in there. And it should be in there. The pin should go right back inside of there. So I get this pin over here that we put over here. This pin. And put it back how we took it out. I can't do this with one hand. Might need two hands. Okay, so now that I got that pin back on. Now that I got that pin back on, this shouldn't be able to come out. Alright, it shouldn't be able to come out. There are a rubber piece that comes over this. It's right here. I left it on the line. I just pushed all the way back down there. And it clips back over. Clips back over. Alright. I'm gonna need two hands to put this on, so I'm gonna leave this for last, and then show you guys what's going on down there first. Alright. So I'm gonna put this on last. I'm gonna put this bottommost on last. Alright. I'm gonna put this hose on. Actually push it all the way on. Alright, I want to show you guys something because I don't want you guys to make the mistake and think it's on. It's not on. Alright. I'm gonna take it back off. Alright. I took the hose back off. You see this piece right here? This little small piece right here. Alright? A small piece right here. You want to make sure the hose go all the way over it. So once you put this hose on, don't think that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? You want to push it some more until it covers it, so you don't see the black piece no more. You don't see that back edge of the piece no more. Alright, you don't see it anymore. Now we're gonna go back and get our clamp. We're gonna get our clamp. Alright, that I put over there. And put it right there. I actually put it on wrong. I can't really see as much down there. So I think it's on. It should be good to go. And I always pull it to make sure it's on. You see that I just made that mistake and thought it was on? It wasn't on. Alright. So now I gotta get that clamp back up. Get that clamp back up. that clamp back up. So grab the clamp so it doesn't fall. Alright. Push it all the way in. That's it. I think that's it. So let's give it another try again. And see. I gotta do another torque pull again to make sure that it's on. Right. Boom. Alright. Do another torque pull. And our torque pull failed again. Alright. Get that clamp back up. I have to use 2 hands for this one. I have to use 2 hands to push the hose back while I'm clamping it, putting the clamp on it. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna use 2 hands instead of 1 hand so I can push the hose back so my clamp can fall into place. Alright, so after using 2 hands, I was able to get the clamp back on. Alright, so my clamp falls into place. And always, I did this 3 times again to show you guys, do a torque pull, right? To make sure the clamp is actually into place. Put this line back, so you guys can get a view of it. Right? Put this line back, plug it in, make sure it's pushed all the way down. Even though you heard 1 click, because I actually heard 2 click earlier. When I was just pushing it in, I heard 2 clicks. So make sure you guys try to have that feel for 2 clicks, or you might just have 1 click, right? Because this didn't give me, the top one didn't give me no 2 clicks, but the bottom one gave me 2 clicks, right? So now I know that it's in. Get another clamp, right? Get another secure, right? And so I took this off from the bottom. Let's see if we get it from the top, actually, because I can't see from the bottom. And you're gonna need to put a lot of force on this to click in. I think I'm trying to get it from the bottom. Look how I took it out from the bottom. So let's see if I can grab it from the bottom. I think I should be able to grab it from any way possible. So let's try to get it from the side right here. You see how it's slipping out of my hand? Let's see. Grab 1 clamp first. Let's see if we make it easier with 1 hand by grabbing 1 part first and work our way around. So I got that piece in there. Let's see what happens now. That's not gonna work. Yeah, it's slipping out of my hands. I can't really grab it. Alright, so I'm about to put the phone down again. And see if I can use 2 hands. There we go. I actually use 1 hand to clip there. So torque pull again, always, and we're good to go. Now, on to the other side. Do the same thing for the other side. Do the same thing for the other side. You don't want to put this on first. You don't want to put this on first because it's going to be in the way. Alright. Because when I was taking this off, it was a pain, right? You don't want to put this on first. When I was taking these bolts off first, this was in the way. So you kind of don't want to put this on first. I'm supposed to be able to put it on. You should be able to put on everything first and then put these on last, because I unscrew it instead of pulling it out like I showed you guys over there. That's why I'm telling you guys, be careful how you take these out, right? Be careful. If you do end up taking it out, I actually put them back in. You have to, there's a plate that slides back and forth inside of here. I'm gonna show you on the old one. I'm gonna show you guys on the old one. I might end up cutting this video and let you guys know, all right, how to catch these back. But inside of these, there's a rubber piece in there. There's a rubber washer in there that prevent it from leaking inside of it. So you got to be careful with that also. Now let's put these back. All right. The shortest one go to the bottom. Shortest one go to the bottom. All right. So after doing the same process as I did to the other side, all right, got these clips in, got the other clip in. All right. poke me. Alright. Put the rubber piece back on. You get the rubber piece back on. Alright. Make sure that's on. Make sure all the other ones are on. Now, as for this fan right here, that's for the fan, the cover, right? There are clips to the side of the radiator, like these. You want to make sure that they're in them. Alright? That's how they stay still. Make sure that they're in them. Alright? Do the same thing for the other side. See underneath the radiator. You actually can't see underneath the radiator, so I'm gonna have to use two hands to see. I can feel, so I think I got it in there. Alright, so we're good to go. I got it in there. Alright. You can clean out the residual water that you see right there. Clean out the water that we see right here. Alright. Got that out of here. Now, we can put the cover, the other piece for the fan, back on. Okay, so let's get this top piece of this cover back on. I'm gonna move this hose out of the way. There. And back over it. Alright. Same goes for this top piece. You want to catch those. I'm gonna have to use two hands, so I'm gonna have to pause this video again and try to. Matter of fact, let me see. Let's see if I can use one hand if I cut you guys off. So let's see if I can use one hand first. Already a lot of stuff in the way. So let's just see if I can use one hand first before I tell you guys. I'm going to have to get back with you guys again. So I cut one side. Got one side. Let's see if I get the other side. Let's see if I get the other side now. Make sure that these pins, okay, so you see. Alright, these pins is on the bottom piece. Make sure they lines up properly. Now that we got everything in a hole, we can put back lamps that we took out. These. We can put these back. Check out. Alright. Let's get this back here. So here, these clips are back in. These clips are back in. I get this piece. Okay, sorry, you can put that in the wrong place. And it is back on. You want to spin this fan too to make sure that it's not really touching this right here. If you hear it touching it, then it means something's wrong. All right, so because I don't hear it now touching it, we are good to go. Let's just keep moving. Got that back clipped on. That's clipped on. Got all these rubber pieces clipped back on. Alright. Put this back. Put this back. Look over. Like I said, you can use one of these to take those off. Alright. So if they're close to you. Alright. Only problem with using these, sometimes it become a problem. They do have clamps for these where you could simple put it on and off. But since I don't have that tool, I'm gonna use this right here. Alright. Go to the other side, make sure everything's clipped back up. Man, I actually clipped that off. Clicked off the video. Gotta show you guys how to clamp this back in, but I ended up clamping it in anyways. So, gonna keep moving. All these stuff are clamped back on. Let's move this out of the way. Alright. Now it's time to put the radiator hose, upper radiator hose back. Alright. You put this back, and that will conclude how you replace the upper radiator hose. That will conclude how you guys replace a radiator, and put everything back into place. Second thing to do is to don't start the car. Don't start the car. You're gonna pour your fluid in there, fill it all the way up until it folds up. So it might suck some through the line. And might not suck some through the line, but more likely it's going to suck some through the line and go inside of the radiator. Once that's full, and once that's completely full, you're going to turn the car on, let the car sit for a couple of minutes, watch the reservoir. Alright, and once it go down, you pour more. Once it go back down, you pour more. A little bubble coming back up, that's just letting air out of the lines, out of the hose. Alright, so once that's settled, close it back. Alright, close it back. Do not open it back because it's going to be hot. Don't open it back. You leave it there and you watch your gauge, your temperature gauge that's inside of the car on the dash, and to make sure that it doesn't go all the way to high. So, alright, you guys might not hear me, but when you're filling this up, right, and it comes all the way up here, it's going to go back down. You're going to see it go back down every time you pull it up, go back down, pull it up, go back down, right? It's actually underneath there, so it's like a safety. There's a safety valve down there where every time you pull this up, it would go down there. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it. Excuse me. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it. We just have to get a good light down there where you can see when I pull it up. It's gonna drop down there. And I think this might be good enough. Let's see. I'll show you guys. When you put it up and think, okay, yeah, radiator might not be full. It's actually full, but you can see it dripping down there. So I kept pouring, so it's still dripping. Watch when I stop pouring. It stops. So there's a safety thing down there that every time it fills up, it goes down. But that concludes it, guys. Thank you for sticking around. If you stick around this far, congratulations. Thank you very much for watching this video. So everything is back into place. There's no leak. You want to check for leak. Also, there's no more leaks coming. The reason I had to change this radiator because there was a split in it on the other side over there where it was leaking. So, as you can hear, the fan spins pretty fine, and we're good to go. Like I have the truck on, right, while this is open. This is just to make sure that you don't see any bubbles coming up like that, right? But usually when the engine gets hot, it's boiling that, it's boiling the coolant. So the coolant also get hot, so it's going to create bubbles, right? When that starts to happen, put the cap back on, and you should be good to go. So let's just make sure. I don't need a lot more thing there. All right, so put the cap on. All right. I don't need any fancy thing to check and make sure that the thing is not leaking or anything. I don't need anything fancy. All right. So, gotta be good to go. All right. I appreciate you guys spending the guys' time watching this video. Please like and comment on this video. Thank you.